Okay, here is a quick demo of how to get the zigzag, or one way of getting the zigzag cloth effect in Gimp. This is assuming you're starting with an image that in this case is a JPEG, so it has no transparency in it, which would be quite typical. So the first thing you would want to do is right click and select Add Alpha Channel to your background. That will allow you to add transparency, which you want to make the zigzag. The next thing is to select the size of the swatch. I would suggest using the rectangle tool. You can freehand it, or you could explicitly give it a size. So if, for example, I'm just going to make it a fixed size of 200 by 200. So now if you click in, you can see it gives you a fixed swatch, which is probably what you would need for your application. The next thing that you have to do is make a zigzag edge to this swatch. Now, the simplest way I've found to do this is just to stroke it with a custom brush. So go into quick mask mode. Now select again, and what you're selecting is the actual mask. So we're going to select the mask, and you can see it's now outlining this mask. And we'll create, I have a brush here, I'm just going to temporarily delete that. Start you from scratch. If you have the brush already, you can just use it, but if you don't, the first time you'll have to create a new brush. I'm doing this from the brush editor. I will call it Zigzag. And we will pick this diamond shaped brush, and the key is to give it a hardness of 1. Set the size what you'd like. I'm going to go with 10 pixel radius, which would work out to be 20 pixels point to point. And the key is to set the spacing to be 100, or the full brush width. So now with this new brush that we've created, we can edit and stroke the selection using the paintbrush tool. And you can see there it does a nice little stroke, and because we picked 10 pixels, which is a nice even multiple of the selection size we had, it lines up quite nicely around the corners and you don't get any weird little angles. So you can simply turn this back into a mask by untoggling quick mask, close up the brush editor, and invert that selection. Now this is the simplest way to do it without using layer masks or anything, so that's why I'm recommending it. But you invert the selection, and then you can just hit the delete key or go edit clear. Now this makes the outside transparent. This works because, again, we had added an alpha channel. If you hadn't added the alpha channel at this point, it would have made the background white, or whatever your default background color is. Now we're just going to select none and quickly add a drop shadow to this by going filters, light and shadow, and drop shadow is one of the filters that's built right in. We'll leave the offsets, and I'll just dial down the blur radius a little bit, say to 10 pixels. Hit OK, and you can see there it adds in your nice little drop shadow effect. You can always go and adjust the opacity of that however you would like. And then you could simply save this image out as a PNG to have the transparent background maintained for using it on your website. Hope that was helpful, and good luck.